Hello, and welcome to the Moss Stitch crochet tutorial video. This is one of my favorite stitches as I do use it in a lot of patterns, so I thought I would put a quick demo together on how to do it. So to start, you need to create your foundation chain, and you can make this as short or as long as you wish, but just make sure that you put on an even amount of chains. So whether it's 20 chains, 32, 56, as long as it's an even amount, you're good to go. So for the purpose of this video, I am going to do 18 chains. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. So foundation row has been established. Now, to start row 1, you need to go into the 4th chain from the hook. So if you take a look here, this is the 1st chain, 2nd chain, 3rd chain. So you're going to skip those 3 chains and go into that 4th chain. So skip the 1st, skip the 2nd, skip the 3rd, go into the 4th, create your single crochet stitch and chain 1. Then you need to skip the next stitch and go into the one following that, do a single crochet and chain 1. Skip the next stitch, go into the next, do a single crochet, chain 1. And this is the stitch pattern or the stitch sequence for the rest of the row. So skip the next stitch, go into the next, single crochet, chain 1. So we're going to continue that all the way down to the end of this row. Now with your chain 1 stitches, they're very important because they create the chain space that you will need for row 2. And I'll show you in just a minute what I mean. Chain 1. Now when you get to the last chain of that row, you're going to do a single crochet stitch, chain 2, and then turn. And there's your first row. Okay. Now to start row 2, you need to put a single crochet, chain 1 into the first chain space. So when you take a look at this row, you'll see these gaps in this row, and that's the chain space. That's where you need to put your hook. And these are the spaces that were created with the chain 1 from the first row. So insert your hook into that first chain space, single crochet stitch, and chain 1. Locate the next chain space, insert your hook, chain 1, single crochet, then chain 1. Find the next chain space, insert your hook, single crochet stitch, chain 1, and this is the stitch sequence for the rest of the row. So find the next crochet space, the chain space, single crochet, chain 1, and just continue down until you get to the end of this row. Now in the very last, we're at the very end of the row, and there's one chain space that's at the very end of this row. You will insert your hook into that last chain space, do a single crochet, and then chain 2. And then turn your work, and now we're on to row number 3. Now row 3 is worked in the same way as row number 2, and you will continue that pattern until you get to the end of your project. So you're just repeating row 2. So find that first chain space, insert your hook, do a single crochet, chain 1. Now to find the chain space, I'm going to give you a quick little tip here. You'll notice that these little V's will start to appear in your pattern, and these were created from the chain space from the previous row. So for the chain space in your current row, locate the V stitch here and just go to the left of that V, and that's your chain space. So it's just an easier way to find that space to put your hook. Do a single crochet, chain 1. And that's why these chain 1 stitches are very important. So make sure you don't forget to do that. Otherwise, you will not have a chain space for the next row to put your hook into. So single crochet, chain 1, locate that V to find your chain space, make it easier on you. Single crochet, chain 1, and then when you get to that last chain space in the row, insert your hook, single crochet, and then chain 2, turn your work, and just keep going from there. And that's it. It's a very easy repetitive stitch pattern, so that's why I like to use it. It's something that you can easily stitch up when you're in front of a TV or a movie, for example. But that's it. So I hope that this helped. If you have any questions or need any additional help, please let me know. And thank you so much for watching.